Now, today we are going to understand what do we mean by the zeros of a polynomial. So, let's begin by first taking a simple polynomial px is equal to 2x square minus x minus 6. Now, this is a quadratic equation. Now, say for example, if I factorize this, it will be 2x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 6. That makes it 2x common, x minus 2 plus 3 common, x minus 2. That is equal to x minus 2 into 2x plus 3. Now suppose over here, if I put x equal to 2, so that implies p of 2 is equal to 2 minus 2 into 2 into 2 plus 3. Now 2 minus 2 is 0, so the entire thing becomes 0. Or if I put x equal to minus 3 by 2, that implies p of minus 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2 minus 2 into 2 into minus 3 by 2 is minus 3 plus 3. Once again it becomes 0. That means for the values of x, when x is 2 or x is minus 3 by 2, the value of px becomes 0. Now if I try to plot it on a graph paper, no doubt if I plot x on x, I have to plot px on the y-axis. Now for x equal to 2, the value of px becomes 0. That means the value of y becomes 0. Now on the coordinate plane, we are aware that on the x-axis, every point its y coordinate is 0. So basically, when we say or when we talk about the zeros of a polynomial, we are actually talking about those points on the x-axis where the curve or the graph of the polynomial crosses. So zeros basically are the values of x for which the value of px or y becomes 0, or in other words, talking geometrically, zeros are the points through which the graph or the curve of the polynomial passes. Now, it also is very important to understand over here that if it is a linear equation, because its degree is 1, it will have only one zero. For a quadratic polynomial, because the degree is 2, it will have 2 zeros. For cubic, it will have 3 and so on. One more thing which is very important. Sometimes we have polynomials which are perfect squares. So let me take up an example. P of x is equal to x square minus 4x plus 4. We know this is x minus 2 into x minus 2. Now over here in the first example we had 2 zeros, 2 and minus 3 by 2. In the second case we have again the 2 zeros, but they both are same. Remember, whenever 2 zeros are same, the graph will take a U-turn from that particular point on the x-axis. Let us talk about all this in the geometrical meaning. Like how does it or what does it imply geometrically? Now in the first case you see the curve intersects the x-axis at only one point, and so we say there are only 1 zero of whatever be the polynomial. In the second case we can see that there are 2 points where the curve intersects the x-axis, so we shall say there are 2 zeros. In the third case we can see the curve is intersecting the x-axis at 3 points, so it must be a cubic polynomial and it has 3 zeros. In the fourth case we can see it intersects at only 1 point, so it has 1 0. Remember, we have to look only for the x-axis, we are not looking for y-axis. Now comes the most important one. Over here the curve just touches the x-axis, or in other words x-axis is a tangent to the curve over there. So we can say that the curve is taking a U-turn, and so over here there are two zeros. Both the zeros are equal over here, but definitely there are two zeros. In the last one we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 zeros, and we can say that it is a biquadratic polynomial. Hope this helps and you've understood the concept and of zeros of a polynomial.